Oof, it's not looking so good for SoFi stock today and for the entire stock market for that matter, guys. Check it out. It's about 2:30 p.m. right now on the East Coast, and we have the S&P 500, let's see here, down about 0.8%. The Nasdaq's down 1%. We have the Russell down. Are you guys ready for this? 1.1%. As the Dow's down, let's see, about 0.4%, and we have the VIX up almost 9%. Now the VIX is at 15, and we have the metals down as well. Gold's down 1%. All right, silver's down 1.7%, as we have SoFi down over 4%. We're going to break down the charts here, as always, guys, on SoFi and, of course, the indexes later in the video. So hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. And you might as well follow me on X at Stocks Talk Stocks. That's linked down below. And with that being said, guys, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So, again, it's about 2:30 right now, and nothing is in, well, I don't want to say nothing, guys, but pretty much everything is in the red right now, other than a couple of stocks. DraftKings is up, Foot Locker, Humana, CRM, Visa. Those are a couple that are green on my watch list. We also have DWAC, which is Trump's SPAC. I'm not too sure about the details on this one, to be honest. I haven't tracked it in quite some time. But honestly, it's funny. It seems like on a lot of these heavier red days, DWAC is always ripping. I don't know. That's what I've noticed. It used to be GameStop as well, AMC, but those at this point have fizzled out completely, to be honest, guys. But DWAC still, spikes up. And, of course, with the president, the election coming up, all that, the debates going on, this, that, the third, things are heating up. This stock's going to heat up as well. I mean, it's not guaranteed, obviously, but it makes sense. It's up 14%, and it's still a SPAC. I'm not sure when it's going. I'm not sure the details, guys. Make sure to go look it up for yourselves if you're interested. But DWAC is up on the day about 13%, and the chart on the 4-hour looks very bullish. I mean, look, geez, we're breaking out completely right now, and we're pretty overbought, so be careful. I wouldn't FOMO into it personally. I'm not doing that. But yeah, I'm keeping my eyes on DWAC. And before we get sidetracked here, guys, let's dive over to SoFi and go over the red that we're noticing yet again leading into earnings here, which are now 12 days away. Not this Monday coming up, right? The Monday after that. They're on the 29th of January. And again, SoFi is down over 4%, down 32 cents right now. It's at $7.40. And clearly, we're taking out the lows from yesterday. Obvious, right? Yesterday, we hit about 760, 65. And today, we hit 737. Now we're at 739. Clearly taking those lows out, which means we're continuing the downtrend on the 5-day, 5-minute chart, which I can't even remember, honestly, the last green day we've had at this point. But yeah, we're continuing the losses on this 5-day, 5-minute chart, lower lows, lower highs, all that jazz, right? And you can see on this 10-day chart, same thing. I mean, look, we had maybe one green day here, maybe a green day on the 8th of January, 10th as well, maybe. And other than that, it's been a complete disastrous month for SoFi. I mean, look, we started off the year at about, let's see, what was the first day of trading? $10, and now we're at $7.40. So year to date, SoFi is now down 26%. This is insane, guys, and we're actually getting close to my cost basis, which is under $7. It's at about $6.90, $95 in that ballpark, and I'm probably going to be buying more. Honestly, I'm definitely going to be buying more if it gets under $7, and for sure under my cost basis, $6.90, $6.95. I'm definitely going to be buying a little bit more, but full disclosure, it's not a massive position. I'm not going to come on here and be like, oh yeah, SoFi is my biggest position. I have my life savings in the stock. It's actually a smaller, more speculative position for me, but I do plan on adding a little bit more to it here under 7, and the lower it goes for a longer term, more speculative position. Again, something that I'm willing to lose if I do end up, losing my money. In that case, SoFi goes to zero, which we don't want that to happen. I'm willing to lose the money, right? That's how I treat a speculative position. But then again, if it goes 10x, for example, it'd be a pretty nice gain, if you bought it and then it went 10x or whatever, right? So that's kind of how I'm treating SoFi at this point. And sure, maybe it builds up to a bigger position, maybe in the future. I don't know, maybe. Of course, I'll keep you guys updated here on the channel. But either way, we're down to a 10-day, 30-minute fresh low, $7.37 today. And on the 20-day chart, you guys can see same thing. Now we're down pretty much 30%. If we're looking at the highs from the end of last year, we hit 1050. Now we're down again to 740. So yeah, 29.8%. You might as well round up. Call it 30%, guys. We're down big time year to date, essentially, here on SoFi, which you guys know, it's not a secret. Again, heading into earnings in 12 days. And the head and shoulders that we talked about as we were chopping around here. Do you guys remember this? We were chopping around here for a couple of days. Boom, 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 boom. Right between $8 to about $8.60. Then when we took $8 out, essentially at that point, man, we called out the breakdown, which at this point we're down 60 cents from that, from that support level, which now obviously is a resistance, $8 roughly. So we broke under that, continued the right shoulder in the head and shoulders. And now, to be honest, guys, we're getting pretty oversold. But you never really know what's going to happen here, especially in a volatile stock market. VIX is going up. It's creeping up. Indexes are selling off, right? We don't really know where this thing, it's going to be volatile in the short term, right? Let's just leave it at that. We don't know exactly where it's going to cool off at. I have some ideas here, maybe between, $7. Let's see here. This is roughly $7.70. That's the high from, it looks like, middle of November. So that could be a spot where we trade around, let's see, maybe $7.10 as well. Based on the chart here, that's a big spot. So we could trade between maybe $7.60 for a little bit, chop around there. But who knows? Maybe earnings are not good. Then we take out the lows from the end of November being $6.40. Anything could really happen, which is why it's a speculative play. This is why you don't put all your money. I'm not dogging you if you did, but putting all your money in a stock like this is very risky because 1 minute it's $10, boom. A month later, you're down 30%. So you got to be very careful. But at this point, I'm watching it in the range $7.50 right here. But I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if SoFi did dip its toes into the sixes, I would not be surprised personally. So yeah, check out that head and shoulders. Might still have some downside to go. We'll see. And again, for the third time, earnings are on the 29th, not this Monday, but the Monday after that. Keep your eyes on those earnings here from SoFi. So let me show you guys what's going on SPY. Let me pull it up and show you guys. There we go. So we can see now we're pretty much right by the 180 moving average on the 4-hour chart, which you can see clearly we've been holding above that ever since the beginning of November. So this is a very big spot. And with that being said, we also have arguably a head and shoulders kind of, not the cleanest looking one, but you guys can kind of see it here on the 4-hour chart. So keep your eyes on that potentially playing out, maybe down towards 460, 465. But again, as of now, we're above that 180 SMA. And as long as we hold above 470, the bulls are going to be in charge in the short term, in my opinion, here on SPY. And Triple Q, if I pull this up, guys, let me show you what's going on. Pretty much the same thing. We're looking a bit toppy at 413 for now, but then again, we're still above the 50 and the 180 on the 4-hour. So let's see what we do at about 407, 408. Do we bounce back to 413? For the bulls, obviously that'd be ideal. We take 410, 413 out. We go for that next leg up. That'd be ideal. But right now, we're kind of just chopping around. That's kind of how I'm seeing this, guys. That's how the entire year has been, so far in 2024. After a monstrous November, December of last year, we're just chopping around a bit. We're just trading sideways, going up, seeing some selling, seeing some green. it's just how it goes sometimes. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe. And don't forget to get your free stocks from Moomoo, up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000, guys. Use that link down below. Fund your account with at least $100 and you get 5 stocks. And fund your account with at least $1,000. On top of those 5 stocks, you get 10 more stocks totaling 15 stocks. And again, each of those could be valued up to $2,000. So get on it, guys. Use that Moomoo link down below. And with that being said, guys, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next one.